Joining me now from Chicago to talk more about China's auto industry is Paul Wang. He's a U.S.-based commentator and the host of His Turn, Her Turn, a car review show. Paul, thanks so much for joining us. What is the significance, in your opinion, of a Chinese car company opening a production facility in Russia?
Well, I think it's significant, and thank you for the invitation to join you tonight. I think it's significant because it is the first time that we're seeing the Chinese market expand its production facilities outside the boundaries of China. It's a natural place, you might think, for them to go to Russia. Frankly, I thought that it might have been in India rather than Russia, because there's so much more potential for customers in India than perhaps in Russia. The thing that the Chinese manufacturers are going to be facing in Russia is that for a long time now, you have a great deal of prestige, a great deal of desirability of American cars in particular for Russian citizens. For some of them, it's obviously more expensive, and some of the European brands there do extremely well too. But I think in the report, the gentleman said that the quality of the Chinese cars need to improve, and that is certainly something that we see. I'm a juror for the North American Car of the Year Awards, and we do great comparisons both in North America and also from Europe and from Asia and China, and there's room for improvement. But it's good for them, though.
All right. Around the world, on the streets of many cities around the world, you see people wearing Chinese-made clothes, using China-made mobile phones, but you don't often see Chinese-made cars running on the street. But the fact of the matter is there are Chinese domestic car makers like Geely, like Great Wall, that is opening a facility in Russia. Why are there not many Chinese cars out there in the world?
In the world, or here in North America in particular? In the world, I think that it's a question of you have a great number of manufacturers in China right now. There's over 300 manufacturers who are producing vehicles there. And right now, people are looking to purchase vehicles from what is a more reliable source, or what they perceive to be a more reliable source at this point. One of the things that I find interesting as we travel the global auto show circuit is that, for instance, the Chinese manufacturers desperately want to have exposure at the North American International Auto Show in Detroit. Why? Because they want to be in that building with the manufacturers who have that sort of automotive gravitas, where they're able to go in there and say, okay, we were in the same room with these other manufacturers. And I think once they start doing that, and frankly, once they start upping their game in that marketing scenario, I think that they'll start to do better. But it all comes down to quality. And it really doesn't matter where the vehicle is made, whether it's China, Japan, Europe, the United States. The customer has so many choices from which to choose. They have the ability to make the choice and say, okay, it may be a bit less in terms of the dollars involved, but certainly no matter what I spend, I need to buy quality when I'm putting my money out.
Paul Wang, I'm afraid that is all the time we have. Thanks so much for your perspectives.
Okay, you're most welcome. Thank you again.